Thank you, Mr. Speaker, my very respected honorable colleague. I remain Ali Isa JC, PhD, representing Balanga Billi Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I am from Gombe State. Mr. Speaker, I believe with strong commitment the matter in Rivers can be resolved within the shortest period of time. I believe that matter can also be resolved maybe next week or upper week, which I believe if the president showed commitment and all the leadership too has shown commitment, we don't need to wait for a longer period of time. Within the shortest period of time, the matter can be resolved. So I believe the president should be given opportunity to retain the positions of declaration, but with review of the state of emergency at any given time. That the House direct the declarations of the state of emergency stated for the stated period, but the president can terminate, review the state of emergency at any time within the period, but not later than 6 months. I so move, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
So if I get what you are trying to say, Honorable Ali JC, is that, hold on, honorable colleagues, you are saying that the president doesn't need to wait until the expiration of the 6 months before he can lift this suspension, right? That if by tomorrow, Rivers State will wake up and everything is okay, he has the right to say, okay, the state of emergency should come to an end. So rather than just tying us to 6 months, you are saying at any given time, between the first day after the passage of this particular request, the president is at liberty to lift this suspension. Is that what you are saying? Okay, please can we get somebody to second? Honorable Miriam.
Thank you, Your Excellency, Mr. Speaker, distinguished honorable colleagues. My name is Right Honorable Miriam Odinaka Onoha. I represent Isi Alambano, Onimo, Okigwe Federal Constituency. I am from Imo State. This morning I rise to second this motion as moved by my brother Ali JC, that this House do support the proclamation in view that it could be reviewed shorter than the 6 month period when the two parties come to table, whether it's tomorrow or even earlier than that. I so second, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Those in support of this request should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. Any more contributions? Any more contributions? So we put the question. Are we ready for the question? Are we ready? Those in support of this request of Mr. President as amended should say aye. Aye! Those in support of this request from Mr. President as amended should say aye. Aye. Those against should say nay. There is have it. Thank you very much.
There you have it. The House of Representatives, the Federal House of Representatives just passed and approved the state of emergency after the fact that President Tinubu implemented in Rivers State. This is a travesty happening in Nigeria, and for far too long, I know a lot of people have been talking about this, and I've said a lot about it as well. For far too long, we've allowed some people who we understand to be unpatriotic to be our leaders. I'll use the word because they're not patriotic. To be our lawmakers. For far too long, we've allowed the wrong people to be our lawmakers anyway. So if you go check out the laws they're making, they're laws to clamp down the people, not laws to advance the cause of the people. For example, this new cyber law they're trying to has gone through first and second reading in the National Assembly so far, where they get all on one hand they're trying to say all the social cyber online businesses like YouTube and online should have a physical office in Nigeria. And the other part, they're telling content creators to also set up an office that they have to register so they can track down people. So you can see where it's coming. It's not for tax purposes anyway. My issue here is this, right? It has started with Rivers State. It's going to spread through other states. And I'm guessing when it's close to election period, other states that did not vote for Tinubu will go through this. There's political uprising coming up in the north, and they know that. So they're testing the waters. And what we have is a rubber stamp National Assembly, rubber stamp House of Rep, rubber stamp Senate. The two people, the two arms of government that we have, the legislature, they're just not fit for our own purpose, for the purpose that will advance the APC and PM and Bola Tinubu's cause. So as I react to this news, I'm seeing some of the responses and comments from people who've been reading this. Some of them says they have one more time proven that they have one more time proven that they are for Tinubu, not Nigeria. It's a shame. Somebody has wrote here, shameful and terrible, cowardice and disgraceful. Who can stand up for what is right? So their results is already in Rivers State's government house while they are now writing the exams. What a country. Please don't be biased. So this is not a breaking news. This is envisaged already, sadly. And somebody wrote here, eye service, hypocrites, and rubber stamped lawmakers. What a shame, a big shame. The Constitution says approved by 2/3, not simple majority. Why are the so-called lawmakers breaking the law? This would not happen in a number of states. I swear, somebody wrote here. Tell us one problem you have solved. Fulani are killing Nigerians everywhere, but it doesn't bother the House to call Mr. President to declare state of emergency against them for killing Nigerians. Another person here says this. Her name is Bless Keno Geche or something. The recent development in Rivers State stemming from the actions of the President Tinubu and Wike have sparked concerns regarding their implications for Nigeria's stability and progress. At this critical time, it is essential for leadership to foster national unity and uphold democratic principles and prioritize the well-being of Nigerians. And somebody here, Prince OPP 5520 wrote, too much of impunity all over. Wike is the problem of Rivers State. And then somebody here wrote here, Michael Deze, Tinubu is now an emperor. Lawmakers are his errand boys. The army are his area boys. Nigeria is a joke. So somebody here says the rep members that voted for this motion to pass should be published to voters. And there's why for that. This country was finished completely. So the reactions from Nigerians generally is one that is not pleasing. And as you can see, Nigeria is in a very bad state. So I'd like for you to subscribe, leave your comments in the comment section, and let us know what you think. This is Tinubu's state of emergency after the fact. So the process didn't go through the National Assembly first. They implemented the process and it then went to National Assembly. First of all, it's a breach of the Constitution. But again, this is what we have. Lawmakers without balls. That's what we currently have in Nigeria. So as always, thank you and God bless you. Bye-bye for now.